Hallelujah. think the lady said, Jesus was it. Right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. If you had the faith of a mustard seed, and you call on Jesus, he'll fix it right now. Amen. Thank the ladies for the heartfelt devotion. You know that Sister Foster said, pray. When you pray. And see, that's what the churches have been start doing. Praying collectively.
Yes.
See, when we pray collectively, be on one accord, we can change this world.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
So, Sister Foster, thank you for that song, because I tell you, it reminds me to stay on my knees.
Come on, Jesus.
Because we got to continue to pray. And pray for our shepherd. Pray for Minister Goldsmith, Minister Cool. And pray for our sister pastor. And we thank God that our sister was able to come out with us on today and fellowship with us. And if there's any other guests in the house, we thank you for coming out as well. Because you could have went to any other church, but you seem fit to come here to fellowship with us on today. But Shallow, continue to keep our shepherd in prayer. And when you pray for him, pray that the blood will just cover all the one all over the wife. Because when he's down, she's down. Because she's laying there worried about her husband. So I can just imagine what she got to go through. Amen. We thank God for our first family. And I'm going to get on out of the way. Because we are a growing church with a great big heart where everybody and somebody is outside of the house. At this time, we're going to turn us to our council prayer. Amen.
Good morning.
May it's Pastor Appreciation Month, so let's be sure to be a blessing to our pastor and first ladies. They always are to us, and especially considering he is in some downtime right now. So even if you just reach out to her to see if she needs something, we know they're not going to ask us for anything. It's even hard to get them to accept anything that we give them. So we definitely have to be sure to just do it or reach out to them because they're not going to ask us. Partners, be sure that you are visiting our ministry website where you can view our church history, events, donate, and more. Please be sure that you're also checking out the YouTube channel at SMBC Kansas City Ministries. Be sure to tune in for Motivational Monday with Minister Ron, Minister Cooley, and/or Pastor Pam, as well as Talk Thursday with Pastor. And then be sure you're sharing these nuggets as they may be a blessing to others. And then, partners, if you have a heart or know somebody that has a heart for the youth, is sincere in their walk with Christ and the gift of teaching God's word and willing to share that knowledge with our babies, please see First Lady. And then let us not forget about our unique opportunity to volunteer at the Royal Stadium, birthing the Buck Night Hot Dog Tent. It's the easiest post we've taken yet, so please sign up for any game that you can volunteer for. We do still need one person for the June 7th game, so Tuesday, June 7th, we do still have one slot open. And then, gentlemen, be sure you are inviting other gentlemen as you prepare for the 2022 Iron Sharpen Iron Retreat set for September 15th through the 19th with a non-refundable $200 deposit that is due immediately with your final payment of $100 being due July 1. You can see Deacon Williams or Minister Goldsmith, and with Minister Goldsmith out today, you can see Deacon Williams. Ladies, if you are cruising with Pastor Pam, please ensure that you have given your full email, name, and date of birth. If you have not already taken care of your airfare deposit, you need to do that immediately. Prices are going to go up, so you're going to need to do that immediately. And then your next payment of $100 is due June 5th. As Brother Glenn prepares for this year's Father's Day celebration, he is requesting our help. If you want to recognize and celebrate a father or father figure, please send their photograph. This photo can be digital or physical, their name and your name. This is any man that you want to recognize as a father. The recognition will be done on Father's Day, Sunday, June 19th. You can email him or text him that information. The deadline is today for that information. His text and other information is available in the foyer. And then, partners, get ready to dress your best as we celebrate 10 years with our pastor and first lady with the Night of Elegance on Friday, August 5th at the top tier venue. The tickets are $35 per person, and those are available through me. We do have our regular services with our 8:30 a.m. prayer, our 9 a.m. worship service, Bible study on Wednesday at noon and at 6:45. However, there will be no choir rehearsal or Bible study this week in observance of the holiday. So no choir rehearsal or Bible study this week. And then don't forget, we have several ways in which you can pay your tithes, give offering, or just be a blessing. You can use Cash App at $ SMBC Ministries, the number 3, Venmo at SMBC Ministries KC, PayPal at Pastor Kevin D. Smith, SMBC at gmail.com, Givelify at Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church, or of course here in person, or by mail at 3001 Cleveland. These are your morning announcements.
Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Is there anybody that is glad to be in the house of worship? Praise the Lord. And I believe in this because I see each and every one of you sitting here. That means that you have breath. And the Bible says everything that has breath. Praise the Lord. Everything that praise God like that should. You gotta be pumped and raw and praise God. But you know, this morning I was sitting there and I was getting ready for church. I heard the birds and they was just singing. They was in the trees just singing. And I was like, Lord, that is a beautiful sound. And everything does what it's supposed to do. But us, we the only ones that gotta be pumped and prodded, and we gotta psych you out, and we gotta ride you in order to praise God. The one that woke you up this morning. Tell you to put your hands together. The one that put food on the table. The one that gave you a shelter over your head. And I beg you to praise God. But you know what? That ain't my business. It's all behind my business. I'm glad to be in the house of the Lord. Amen. One more time. Amen. Millions didn't make it. Come on now. I was one of the ones that did. So I'm glad to be in the number this morning. I'm glad I was on the wake up list this morning. Good morning, Shiloh. Good morning. Y'all good? Come on now. Y'all look good. She didn't break. So whoever left in Kansas City, y'all check on Pastor while we gone to Kansas next week. Amen. I don't think there's any announcements that I need to drive home other than the fact of when, if you're going to go on the retreat, please, sir, get your deposits in. I'm sure they had a wonderful time last year. I'm sure they did. I wasn't there, but I'm sure they had a wonderful time last year. However, ladies, we had a better time. Ladies, if you haven't already done so, as Sister Robbie said, make sure that you get your airfare deposit in. And then we have a payment that is coming up as of the 5th. Please make sure that we do that so that we can start making sure that we are securing everybody into cash
Somebody said, ain't no bound before. There was a time ago. All my praises. All my praises. All my praises. In the name. In the name. In the name.
Jesus. All right, we'll begin our reading at verse 5.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord.
If you haven't said amen, still looking, say hold up.
Thank you, Lord.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, God.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Lord.
And such reads the word of God. Beginning at verse 5. Now a certain man was there who had an infirmity 38 years. When Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had already been there in that condition a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?"
Yes.
The sick man answered him, "Sir, I have no man to put me into the pool when the water is stirred up. But while I'm coming, another steps down before me."
Yes, sir.
Jesus said to him, "Rise, take up your bed and walk." And immediately the man was made well, took up his bed and walked. And that day was the Sabbath.
Yes,
The
sir.
Jews therefore said to him, who was cured, "It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your bed." He answered them, "He who made me well said to take up your bed and
Yes,
walk."
sir. Yes, sir.
Then they asked him, "Who is the man who said to you, take up your bed and walk?" But the one who was healed did not know who it was, for Jesus had withdrawn, a multitude being there in that place. Afterward, Jesus found him in the temple and said to him,
Yes, sir.
"See, you have been made well.
Yes.
Sin no more, lest the worst thing come upon you."
Yes, sir.
Then the man departed and told the Jews that it was Jesus who had made him well.
Yes, sir.
Lord, we say that we thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the visitation of your Holy Spirit.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, Father, for being in this place one more time.
Thank you, Lord.
God, we thank you for this opportunity, oh God, to hear your word once again, Lord.
Yes,
And
Lord.
so now, God, we just ask that you would begin to touch the ears of your people, oh Lord, that they will hear a word from
Yes,
you.
Lord.
Touch the hearts of your people, God, that it will be made good ground, oh God. That every stony heart, oh God, every stony place, oh God, will be made good ground. That your word will be able to be planted and manifest itself in due season. I pray now, God, that you will begin, oh God, to move in this place even yet more, God. Continue, God, to take us even higher, Lord, that you will get the word across to your people that you have for them on today, God. Lord, I ask you now, God, as I decrease, that you will increase, oh God. I pray now, God, that your glory will continue to fall, God, in this place, oh God. I pray now, God, that the anointing, oh God, will continue to rest upon me, even right now, God. I stand before you, God, as an empty pitcher before a full fountain, asking you right now, God, to fill me up, oh God, that I will be able to pour out unto your people. Fill me up, God, that I will be able to speak a word to your people, oh Lord. Fill me up, God, that they will hear a word from you and not from them. Fill me up, God, that they will be healed and set free. Fill me up, God, that they will receive exactly what you have.
Yes, sir.
So, Spirit of the living God,
Yes, sir. Thank you, Lord.
fall fresh upon me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Spirit of the living God, fall fresh upon me. Spirit of the living God, fall fresh upon me. Have your way, God. Have your way, God. Have your way, God. That's my prayer, and I say in Jesus' name, amen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
As you take your seats, I just want to speak to you from just this passage for just a few minutes from the subject, get up.
All right.
Get up.
My God, my God, my God.
We find here John recording this passage about a man that was paralyzed. And if you go up to verses 1 through 4, you find that this man was at the pool of Bethesda, where the sheep market was. And the Bible talks about that there was 5 porches. And so if you ever looked at the pool of Bethesda to see what the image looked like, it was a building, and the pool stood in the middle of that building. And there was porches, and on these porches usually were all the sick people that were lame and crippled and blind, and they needed something, and they had this belief that there's a certain season and a time when the angel will come and trouble the water. And if one person made it into the pool first, that was the one person that was healed. And that was their belief. And we find here as Jesus is in Jerusalem and he is walking through and doing what Jesus do, the work where he was supposed to be working, because we notice that he's not at the temple, but he was at the pool where all the sick folk were.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
Because he says that those that are well don't have a need of physician. So he didn't come for the ones that was already together. He came for the ones that was lost and broken and battered and bruised. He came for those individuals. And so we find Jesus at this pool. And there was many people at the pool. But we find this one man that had been there for 38 years in this condition. He had been sick. He had been paralyzed for 38 years. He had been in a broken condition, in a broken state for 38 years. And in fact, he's been there longer than some people's even been alive. 38 years in a condition where he had to lean and depend on other people to do what they needed to do to get him to the pool each and every time. Somebody had to carry him for 38 years to get him to the pool. And his thought is that when Jesus asked the question, it wasn't a rhetorical question, it was a real question. When Jesus asked him the question, do you want to be made whole?
Yes,
Do you want to be well?
My God.
There's three things that I wanted to talk to you about, and I'm going to get out your way. I promise I am. And they are cured, confronted, caution.
My God.
Cured, confronted, caution. What are they?
Cured, confronted, caution.
As the Lord gave me those points, I was like, God, that seems like it's a little bit backwards, but okay, I'm going to go with you because this is what you said you wanted me to do. And as he gave me the topic of get up, as Jesus said to the man after he asked the question, do you want to be well?
All right.
And he asked the question because some people, although they've been in a bad state for a long time, don't want to be well.
Wow.
You would think that they would. You would think that after you've been in a situation that has had you bound in such a state that you cannot even move on your own, that you depend on other people, that you can't get up and get yourself a glass of water, that you can't get up and dress yourself. There are these things that you cannot do when you count on other people. You would think that people would want to be well, but there's some folk that actually benefit, that they think, from being in a bad state. I get more sympathy
Yes, sir.
when I'm not well.
Yes.
Come on.
People look after me a little bit more when I'm
All
not
right.
well.
All right.
I profit when I'm not well. And I can have this sad song all the time when I'm not well. And Jesus asked the question, do you want to be?
My Lord.
Because although we might say that we do, but our hearts may say something completely different. We might say with our mouth that we want to be in a better place. We want a better life. We might say that with our mouths, but our hearts are saying something completely different. And Jesus asked the real question, do you want to be well? And the man comes with a complaint, an excuse. Of course I do. Of course I want to be well, but you see the state that I'm in? And every time that the angels stir the water, I don't have nobody to put me in the water. And somebody always go in before me. And we find that so many times, even in our lives, we looking for other folk to get us to our healing. We're looking for other folk to help us to get to our deliverance. We're looking for other folk. And after 38 years, you would think that at some point he could use his upper extremities and scoop his way to the edge of the pool so that when the stirring of the water, he could just flop over in the pool. You would think after 38 years, he would found some kind of way to get closer to the pool. But he had an excuse, like so many of us today. Have one excuse after another why I can't get into a better position. One excuse after the next why I'm still in the state that I'm in. One excuse after the next, and we seem to typically want to blame somebody else. Amen. So Jesus says to him, take up your bed
Yes.
And walk.
and walk.
Come Come on, get up.
Get up.
Get up.
Take up your bed
Yeah.
and walk.
Yes, sir.
Get up.
Yeah.
Take up your bed and walk.
Yes, sir.
At this place, he is cured.
My God.
He didn't even realize who Jesus was.
Come on now.
But because after 38 years, I guess he was tired.
Yes, sir.
I guess he had enough. I guess enough was enough that day, where he just decided that day that he was just going to get up. Because the Bible says immediately. But it had to happen after he actually made a move. He couldn't get his blessing, and the cure couldn't have come if he would have just laid there. There was action that had to be taken. There was something that he had to do. He had to test his faith. Do I have the faith? After 38 years, I ain't been able to walk for 38 years. And I ain't been able to use my limbs for 38 years. But today, I'm going to go ahead and try and get up because he told me to get up. And so after this point, I might as well go ahead and try. We cannot get the cure if we're not willing to get up. If we're not willing to do something, if we're not willing to decide that you know what, enough is enough. I've been in this state for far too long. I've been laying on this bed of affliction. I've been laying in this depression too long. I've been laying in this betrayal too long. I've been laying in this bitterness too long. I've been laying in this malice for too long. I've been laying in this for too long. I need to be cured. Because even I'm sick of being in the situation that I'm in. Even I'm tired of it. I'm tired of having to call on people.
My Lord.
I'm tired of having to depend on folks.
My Lord.
People say they praying for you and they might.
They might.
People say they gonna be there and they could. There's those times when you call them and you maybe think, well, maybe they just away from their phone. No, they was there. They saw it was you. And instead of swiping the other direction to send you a voicemail, because it'll say that you've been forwarded to voicemail. They know that when you send them a voicemail, so you just let it ring until they get to voicemail. And then you don't even check it after they leave a message. And then they send you a text message and you pretend like you didn't see it. And you won't even read it. You will just see it as them. Because you know, some phones will show when you read it. So you won't even read it. You'll just look at it, glance at it, look at a couple of words of what they had to say, and you decide that, yeah, I'm not going to read it. They hit you up on Facebook and go to Messenger. There's a trick. If you turn your phone sideways, you can see more of the message. You still ain't got to read it. People might know that trick too, and they still leave you unread because they don't want to be bothered with you because they said they would, but today they just doing it. Today just wasn't the day that they wanted to be there for you, but Jesus said, if you want to be cured, if you want to be better, if you want to be out of the situation that you're in, all you got to do is just get up. I know it might sound simple to some, and you might be saying, I get it. You might be saying, but you don't understand, preacher, what I've been going through. You don't understand what I'm faced with right now. You don't understand what I'm dealing with right now. It don't matter. Because Jesus has the ability to heal you. The man was waiting on the stirring of the water when the healer was standing right in front of him. He didn't even have to get in the water. That's what he was trying to prove to him. You ain't got to wait on no angel. The healer is right here. Jehovah Rapha is right here. The wonderful counselor is right here. I'm right here. And so what I'm saying to you is get up. Get up. Because you've been cured. So a man gets up and he takes his bed. The Bible doesn't say that he said thank you. Doesn't ask what his name was. He didn't even care. He just got up. He gathered his bed. And he walked with it. You got to stop laying on it and pick it up. Stop laying in it. Because a lot of times we waddle in that stuff for far too long. And we've been in there for so long. We're like pigs in mud. But we just keep on waddling in it and rolling around in it. And we just continue far in between. So you might not have one,
Might
but
not have.
go have fun by yourself. Talk to the people that's around you. Get up from where you are. Because the cure is there. All you got to do is just want it. And so many times we say we want it, but we won't do nothing to get it.
Come on.
We want them to bring it to us. We want them to feed it to us. We want them to wrap it up in us. We want them to do all of it because we don't want to do nothing. But he says here, take up your bed and walk. The man immediately gets up, he takes up his bed, and he walks. Then the Jews, not all of them, just the religious people, just the religious leaders, that's it, just the church folk. Then the Jews therefore said to him, who was cured? It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your bed. First he was cured, now he's confronted. They said that it's the Sabbath day. The Jews took it literal when the Lord said rest on the seventh day. They figured you carrying your bed of affliction that you were working.
My God.
Because clearly it got to be work for you to carry your bed of affliction. And what you're carrying your bed for is the Sabbath day. You're not supposed to do nothing on the Sabbath day. You're just supposed to rest on the Sabbath. And you are out of line because you are doing something on the Sabbath day. But as he was confronted, he was like, well, the one that cured me told me to do it. So I just did it.
Come on, man.
Got it and I walked with it. And you will find that people, after you've been cured, after you've been set free, after you've been delivered, after the shackles have been loosed from your feet and you can dance, after you've been through all of the hell that you've been through, all the stuff that folk can put you through, they will then begin to ask and question why you doing what you doing now. Why you the way you are after God has delivered you, after God has set you free. Now, why you think you better than everybody else? Why you doing the stuff that you're doing? Why you talk the way you talk now? Why you act like you do? Why you won't hang out with us no more? Why is it that you won't drink no more? Why you won't smoke no more? I don't understand. Now you think you're better than everybody, so you won't even dance no more. You used to two-step the floor all the way up. The floor would be hot when you was on it. And now you act like you too sanctified and dignified to do anything for it. They will confront you after your deliverance.
My Lord.
Because they don't understand it. The Jews didn't understand it. Why? You walking around here carrying it. They confront you when you are in a position where God has delivered you, and now they want to bring up when I needed you, where were you?
Yes, sir.
The religious leaders, the church folk, when I called on you, where was you? When I texted you, you didn't answer. When I called you a couple of times and you didn't pick up the phone. I don't understand why. I even called folks that knew you and asked them to call you for me, and you still didn't call me back. I don't understand it. Why? They will confront you when you get healed, because now you don't need them. Just as bad as some people don't want to be well, folk don't want you to get there.
That's right.
They don't want you to be healed. They don't want you to get delivered.
My Lord.
They don't want you to get set free.
Yes, sir.
Because those are the same tell people that need somebody to lead them.
Now, come on.
It's the people-rooted issues that they got, but they don't understand. So they need a project, and you just happen to be their project. And I've been living long enough that I don't want to be nobody's project. In fact, I'm too complicated to be a project. But there's too much time to try to. I'm not a project. In fact, I'm a lifetime something. You're going to have to be working for the rest of your life trying to figure me out. And so therefore, people want you to stay in a particular situation because they think you need them. Because they need you to need them.
That's
cuss like you used to.
Come on. That's
They know the buttons to push. They know it. And they gonna push it until they can get you to respond the way you used to respond. And you gonna slip up those.
Amen.
You will.
It's in
And
there.
you'll be like, they got me. They won't get me again. And then they do it again. I bet the next time they ain't gonna get me. I promise they won't. And then they push you one more time. You be like, I'm almost there, Lord. I'm almost there. I didn't come as much as I did the last time. So I'm getting real close to it. I didn't say all of the 4 words that I know, but I used a couple of them this time. I'm almost there. And they keep on. Until one day you be like, God bless you. And then they walk away. And they gonna come back. They're gonna try again. So the first thing is that God says that He's gonna do is He's going to cure you.
That's right.
He's gonna cure you because He realized that you've been in the state that you've been in far too long. But in order for you to get your cure, you got to want to be made whole. You got to want to be healed. You got to want to be delivered. You got to want to be set free. He's not gonna force His will on anybody. You got to want it. But when He tells you that what you got to do in order to get it, you got to be willing to get up. You got to be willing to get up off of that depression. You got to be willing to smile sometimes. You got to be willing to put yourself in places where you can then get blessed. You got to be willing to do something. You got to put yourself there in order for it to happen because your faith activates your healing. And so because your faith activates your healing, that means you got to do something. You ain't just expecting to come up. God is not a genie in a bottle. You just can't run with it and say every day. And then you have it. And so the first thing that is you got to be cured. After you get cured, then you're going to find out you're going to run into folks that ain't going to believe it. They're going to confront you. They're going to ask all manner of questions about how you got delivered, what you do. Okay, you used to be strung out on drugs. Did you go to rehab? Okay, you used to be an alcoholic. Did you go to AA? What is it that you need in order to get better? They're going to confront you. They're going to try all kinds of stuff to make it out like that your deliverance isn't real. But what you got to do is you got to let them know exactly the man that did it. Who actually brought me through? Who actually delivered me? Who actually brought me out? You got to remind them of that. And then comes the caution.
Yes, sir.
Jesus
Yes,
finds the man in the temple.
Come on.
Yes, sir.
So often, God does something for us. We get it. We say, Lord, if you heal me from this. God, if you deliver me from this. God, if you bring me out of this. Then I promise I'm going to serve you. I'm going to go to church. I promise I'm going to be in there every time they open up the door. I'm going to be on the pew. I'm going to be sitting right there, God. If you just do it for me this time. And we spend a whole lot of time. God, do it for me. God, do it for me. God, do it for me. And when God does it, we forget about the church.
That's right.
We forget about the promise that we said. We forget that, oh, the one that did it, I can find the presence of the Lord in the sanctuary, in the temple. I can find him there. And so let me go ahead and do what I said I was going to do. But this man went on to the church.
Come on now. Come on now.
That's the only way you can find the religious leaders today. It's like, what you doing here in the bed on Saturday? He went to church. And when he got to church and Jesus found him, Jesus then says to him, see, you have been made well. Sin no more, lest the worst thing come upon you.
That's it.
He cautioned him. He warned him. You didn't do anything but get up. You didn't ask for forgiveness. You didn't even ask me to heal you. I just offered the healing to you. But this is what I need you to understand is that you've now been healed. I did it. Now what I need you to do is sin no more. Don't go back to the one thing that had you bound to begin with. Don't go back to the thing that continues to trip you up. Don't go back to the thing that's a stronghold for you. Don't go back to the thing that has you around your neck and on your shoulders that weigh you down. Don't go back to the thing that makes your bed, although you done spent $600 on that mattress, it's the lumpiest mattress you never slept on because you done been in this place. You continue to go to the places of things that I told you and brought you away from. If I bring you out of it, I don't need you to go back to it. I brought you out of it for a reason, and I don't need you to go back to it. And what I need you to understand is that I need you not to sin anymore. Because we do realize that sin causes sickness in our body. body, right?
Yes, it does.
Sin causes some of the pain that we deal with, some of the illnesses that we have, and some of the things that we have going on in our lives is due to sin. And so he says, don't sin no more unless something worse would happen.
My Lord.
What could be worse than being paralyzed for 38 years?
Yes, sir.
What? Jesus wasn't no longer worried about his physical body,
That's right.
Come on now.
but his soul.
Spiritual.
Your physical body's been made whole,
My Lord.
so that I can bring attention to the fact that you need your spiritual
Come on,
body
Jesus. Come on,
whole.
Lord. Come on, Lord.
So many of us sit in the sanctuary and our spirits are so broken.
Oh, my Jesus.
We sit in the sanctuary and we so downtrodden. We sit in the sanctuary and our spirits are so sick. We sit in the sanctuary. We come up in here, we look good, we smell good, we smile at the right cue. We know how to raise our hand when prompted. We know when to clap our hands when prompted. We know the right thing to do because we're just like the religious leaders. We've done this for a very long time, so we got to practice at it. We can do it without even thinking about it and not realizing that our souls is all messed up.
My Lord. My Lord.
Our souls need to be healed way more than our bodies because our bodies is going to die. This clay and this temple is decaying every day. But my soul is what's going to live forever. My soul is what's going to stand before God. My soul is the one that will be judged. My soul will be the one that he even says, welcome home, or depart from me. That's my soul. And so Jesus was concerned about his soul.
Amen.
Because when we sin, it's our soul
My Lord.
that's dying.
My God.
It's our soul that's getting further away from God.
Yes.
It's our soul that is being depleted. It's our soul that is the one that is being separated from God. That's what it is. And so Jesus said, he cautioned him,
Come on.
go, sin no more. That was his talk to everybody. Remember the woman with the issue of blood? After she was healed, he told her, sin no more.
No more.
So when you get up, understand that you've been cured. Yeah, you was Billy, and you confronted everybody that said something to you.
My God.
But now, what you got to remember is that after he healed you, after he gave you the courage to confront your haters,
My Lord.
you can't turn and go back to where he brought you from.
My God. My God.
Proverbs says, a fool returning to his folly is just like a dog returning to his vomit.
Come on, Jesus.
When you have sense and you know better,
My Lord.
you're supposed to do better.
Yes, Lord.
When God brings you out, you're supposed to know that it was him,
Yes.
and you give him all the glory. You give him all the praise. And then you don't go back to that thing again. The songwriter says that I thank God for a second chance. But then there's another one that said another chance. Because I used my second chance
Already up.
up a long time ago. Because we didn't ask God to bring us out of stuff before. And he does it, and we go right back to it. God, did you bring me out of it this time? Okay, Lord, did you bring me out of it this time? Okay, God, I know what I said last time, but if you bring me out of it this time. And God just continues to do it over and over again. And what you find is that every time you're doing the same thing over and over again, your soul is getting exhausted. We wearing the Holy Ghost out. He's trying to get you to do the right thing all the time, and you keep going left when he wants you to go right. He probably like, Lord, what are we going to do with her? What are we going to do with him? And Jesus sitting on the right hand, begging our case all the time. Just give him one more chance. Just give him one more chance. They're going to get it the next time. I have faith in him. Just give him one more chance. He's interceding on our behalf all the time. Because we just can't seem to get it right. But today the Lord wants us to get up. Get up from wherever it is that you are. You've been there long enough. It might not have been 38 years. But ain't you tired? Ain't you tired of being in that state? Ain't you tired of being in that condition? Ain't Ain't you tired of crying? Ain't you tired of being up all night? Are you tired? If you are, and you want to be made well, it's simple. Just get up. Take up the bed, whatever that bed looks like, and just walk. Walk away from all the stuff that has had you bound for far too long. And walk towards the cross where the blood of Jesus is, that covers a multitude of sins, that has healed us, delivered us, and has set us free. So today, make up in your mind that you won't get up. God bless you. There may be one that don't know the Savior, the God that we're talking about. You want to get to know Him on a more personal basis. You want Him to be your Savior.
So
personal. But I truly, truly enjoy myself every time I come here. I thank you. And I ain't saying I ain't going to act up this time. If I say move, I got to move. Amen. Precious kids, you can't help it. All right, let's say something so we go. I'm tired. Y'all might not be, but I'm tired. We're going to make sure that we cover Pastor. Please make sure that you pray for him for prayer time. If you don't have a prayer time, take up one just to pray for Pastor. Amen. And you pray over your food. We pray for Pastor then. We want to make sure that, doctors and say it's just a minor surgery. Anytime they put you to sleep, it ain't minor. When you sleep, it's major. So we want to make sure that we keep him lifted up. He laying down lifted up as well. Thank y'all so much for coming. We're going to go home. Lord, we thank you for this day, God. Thank you, Lord, that you have allowed your spirit, God, to just rest in this place. Thank you, oh Lord, that you allowed your glory to come and saturate the walls this day. I pray, God, that somebody was touched by something that happened in this worship experience of today, God. That they will not leave out of this place the same way they came in. I pray now, God, a special prayer upon our pastor, Lord. I pray, God, that you will just continue to heal his body, oh God. And Lord, we pray even right now for the surgeons, oh God, that will touch him, oh Lord. And anybody, God, will not touch him, oh God, until you have touched him. And so, God, we ask right now that you touch everyone that will come in contact with him, oh God, that they will be sent directly from you, oh Lord. I pray, Father God, that you continue to give Lady Di, oh God, the strength that she needs to continue to care for him, oh God, and keep him, oh God, as she needs to do, Lord. So bless her, God. Pour into her, God, as she continues to pour out to take care of him. Lord, I pray for each and every one in this place, oh Lord, that you will continue to keep us and bless us, oh God. Cover us in the precious blood of Jesus, from the crown of our heads to the soles of our feet, until we come into this place. We say that we love you, we worship you, and we adore you. This is our son Jesus' name.